then your head, you bang your head like this because you have failed, to handle the things God has given you with carefulness, with honesty and integrity. Yeah, so I have to be very careful. Then, there are times people pass money through my hands to do God's work and all that. Yeah. In fact, that is where sometimes if you are not careful, temptation comes in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you have to think beyond here.
Yes.
And look, the throne of God. Just consider yourself, what if I don't use this for the papers? What will happen if I stand before the Lord? He will ask you, I give you this money to do this work. Mm-hmm. Did you do it? Right. Then if you didn't do it, your head will be, you bang your head because you could not look up to God, and maybe your church members will stand around to hear from the pastor. Because you use the money in secret thinking that they did not know. Mm-hmm. It will be revealed that way.
Absolutely.
So this is the way I try to portray myself in my ministry and in the leadership.
Do you know the story of Ananias and Sapphira?
Yeah. Yes, that's a good story.
It's a good story.
Yes. Last 2 weeks, yes, I have that kind of thing to share with our church finance here in Shalom Baptist Church. They sold our church properties, that is the tithes of the farm products. And in fact, 2 guys among them were not faithful. They did not give the exact figure of the money sold. Mm-hmm. See, they went and changed the figures. Oh. So I asked them, how much did you sell one bag or one bowl of a rice bowl of a rice and granules? They give me wrong figures. They cut the price down. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was surprised. Then I called the trader who bought the granules. Then the figures he gave me was completely different. Yes, and the boys they were just sitting before me, and I called the man, put the phone on a loudspeaker. He spoke, and all of us hear. Then I asked them, okay, you hear the man. Look at the difference. You said you sold one bowl of rice, 16,000, and according to the man who bought it, he says 17,000. You and him, who is right? They said, okay, that's a mistake. It's a mistake. You calculate God's money and make mistake. This huge mistake. Yeah. You people remember what happened to Ananias and Sapphira? In fact, they said, Pastor, you see, you are frightening us. They said, look.
You should be frightened.
Yes. The only thing you can do is just repent.
Yes.
Repent and confess your sin before God. Yes. Then He will forgive you. Otherwise, one day He will ask you, and you will give account. Then what I want you to do is that wherever the money is, the money that you cut off away, wherever it is, make sure you bring them, because I want you to give a proper account to the church. Yes, they went back and then prepared themselves and come. Yes. So sometimes that is how people are using God's property, God's money wrongly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I am being very careful. Yes, even though there are times I have to struggle with life. Yes. Right? Wow, what can you do? It's all about testing you. It's a test that you must pass. If you are not careful, you fail the test. The test, you fail it. Yes, and once you have failed your test, no promotion for you. But when you pass the first exam, then you'll be promoted. Yeah. Many people, church members and our church leaders, sometimes they don't view life as a test. Mm-hmm. Life is also a test. Sometimes God gives things in our hands, and it's a test for you to pass. Like you mentioned, difficult times, trials, it come as a test, and you must pass it. If you don't pass it, you are not qualified to be promoted.
Yes, that's true.
So I want to be promoted.
Well, and people don't realize that these things are not just a test, but they are God's blessing. God is testing you.
Yes.
He's putting you through tough times to grow you into the person that you are to be.
Yes, yeah.
And if you don't accept, if you don't accept it, if you don't, if you try to avoid it, you're avoiding the blessings that will follow, the growth, and so that's always a difficult thing.
Yes, it is not easy. It's not easy. Serious.
So.